come away with William Tell, come away to the land he loved so well. What a day when the apple fell for Tell in Switzerland. Come away, Tell, to the mountainside, look down to the pass where the tyrants ride. Bit a bolt, and down they go for Tell in Switzerland. Hurry on, there's a dungeon cell. Hurry on, there's a noose as well. But we'll escape from the jaws of hell for Tell in Switzerland.
I'm sorry, Master Till. He's locked in his workroom.
But did you get him to agree to let us use the castle?
He won't hear of it.
Why not? Why not, Ludwig? Why doesn't Dr. Klein want to help the resistance? After all, he's Swiss, isn't he?
He says he's a scientist, not a soldier. All he cares about are his inventions and experiments.
Now, look. Look, across the river is Italy. We've friends there willing to smuggle arms to us. But we must have a place this side of the frontier where they can hand them over. We need this castle.
I did my best with him. Why not some other place on the frontier?
No. This castle is ideal. Now, look, you see how far you can see down the valley? If the Austrians were coming, they'd never be able to surprise us here.
I know. I tried.
Oh, Ludwig, let me talk to him. Maybe I can make him change his mind.
Well, you're welcome to stay if you care to. I don't know how long he'll be. Sounds to me as though there's someone in there with him.
Oh, who?
I don't know. I only just got back. But he must be engaged on some very important experiment. Otherwise, he'd never have locked himself in.
Ludwig! Did you see that? It was splendid. A most enormous success. Oh, Master Tell, I know what you're here for. I don't want to be bothered with it. I told Ludwig I am a man of peace. I will not be mixed up in your warlike goings-on.
Dr. Klein,
Did you see the black powder, Ludwig? It made that wonderful explosion.
Indeed. But up to now, it's only made a flash of light. A rushing wind.
I was showing it to a friend of mine in there, and he had the clever notion of seeing what would happen if we contained the force. So I took some and put it into the Greek urn. You know, that old Greek urn. I lit it, and it blew the urn into thousands of pieces.
Not the Greek urn, Doctor.
Yes.
But that was a work of art.
Art nothing. You don't realize this is a great discovery. I must get back to my friend. We are going to try an even more exciting experiment.
But Dr. Klein,
No. Master Tell, once and for all, no. Gessler! Tell! Stop it at once. I've told you before. I'll tell you again. I am a man of peace. I will not have violence anywhere near me. To say nothing that you are both guests in my castle, and you will please behave as such. Gessler, put up your sword. You too, Master Tell. Splendid. You see, violence can be avoided if one wants to. Come, Gessler, we must get on with our experiment. You too, Ludwig. Goodbye, Master Tell. I'm sorry I can do nothing for you.
1 minute. This castle is 10 miles from the nearest Austrian outpost, and Tell would give a great deal to see me out of the way.
How very true.
If he leaves before me, he'll call up his Swiss thugs to lie in wait for me. I must go first.
And then call up your thugs to lay in wait for me? Oh, no.
Bless me, what children you both are. I wanted to get on with my experiment. Surely if you both give your word to leave together, neither will be able to ambush the other. Come along.
I agree.
And I.
Good. Ludwig. Tell, want to see what we're doing down in the yard?
Oh, I'll watch from the window. Don't care to breathe the same air as an Austrian for too long.
You impudent peasant! Come along, Gessler. I've been wanting to get rid of this rock for years. Now we'll see what my powder can do. Now, Ludwig, to work. Some of that powder first in that crevice there. That's right. Ram it down here. You'll see. There. Now a little more. That's it. Now ram it down. Ram it in here. Yes. Splendid. Light the fuse. Now, quick! Ludwig! Gessler! Quick, hide!
Wonderful. It's the greatest invention of the age. You realize that, Klein?
I do indeed. Think of its uses. I am quarrying, mining, road building.
Is that all you can think of?
Oh, no. Irrigation. Why, with this powder, you could change the whole course of rivers.
Dr. Klein. Look here.
From that window.
Yes, we broke it.
If anybody had been standing there, he might have been killed.
Exactly. And if a whole regiment had been where that rock was, they'd have been killed. All of them.
You're right, Gessler. It's dangerous stuff. But if we learn how to handle it, there's no reason why anybody should be harmed.
What a child you are, Klein. But it's to your credit. Now, you tell me how to make this powder, and I'll see that the information goes direct to the Emperor.
I cannot tell you how to make it, Gessler. I can only reveal it to the professor of natural studies at Milan University, Dr. Riccioni.
Riccioni? Why so?
As a scientist, it is my duty to let him know about the invention immediately. The head of our fraternity.
I see. You know him well, of course.
Only by repute. I've never had the pleasure of meeting him, but I hope to do so because of my invention. You must admit it is an important one.
No, isn't that an extraordinary thing?
What?
At this very moment, Dr. Riccioni is in Altdorf. They tell me he's on his way to France.
Altdorf? Altdorf? Then I must go there at once. Ludwig, tell that fellow William Tell that he can go now. The Landberger and I are leaving immediately. Come along, Gessler.
Dr. Klein says you can go. He's leaving for Altdorf with Landberger Gessler.
What for? Why?
Gessler said there was some scientist from Milan in Altdorf. My master wants to give him the secret of his new powder.
I don't believe it. Some trick of Gessler's to get the secret for himself. Ludwig, do you realize that if the Austrians get the powder, they can enslave the whole of Europe? We've got to go to Altdorf quickly and stop your master talking. You with me?
Of course.
Oh, well, bring some of that powder with you.
Oh, but Landberger, he'll know at once I'm not Riccioni.
He's never seen Riccioni in his life. He said so. Now take off your boots.
What, my boots, too?
Of course. Have you ever seen a professor of science wearing jackboots?
I've never met a professor of science.
You wouldn't have. You're like all the rest. Fit only for fighting duels and strutting about a parade ground wearing fancy uniforms. Now, you listen to me.
Yes, Landberger.
Oh, stop standing to attention.
Yes, Landberger.
Your shoulders, man. No, don't push them back any farther. Stoop.
Stoop?
Yes, stoop. Oh, that's better. Now, Klein was telling me this Riccioni is a very famous scientist. Of course, he has cranky notions like all the rest of them. He believes that the world goes round the sun. Any fool can see the sun goes round the world. Never mind about that. Hofmannsthal, you let Klein do the talking. He's a great chatterbox anyway, and if you agree with him, He'll never notice what a fool you are. And sooner or later, he'll give us the secret of this powder. Now, that's all that matters. Do you understand?
Yes, Landberger. I'll do my best.
Good. I'll report back here in 5 minutes. Klein should be here then. Oh.
Dr. Riccioni, your own paper on the chemical properties of charcoal have taught me a great deal.
Thank you. My own paper on... Oh, really? Splendid, splendid.
Well, now, the next ingredient is sulfur. Of course, we all know the chemical characteristics of sulfur.
Oh, yes, sulfur, of course.
But it's the third ingredient that matters most.
And, that is?
Well, it hasn't got a name. I call it Substance X. There's a lot of it in Spain, I believe. I'm making experiments to find a way of getting it from the fungus in cellars.
Oh, the wine cellars?
Well, anywhere that's dark and airless, you know what I mean. The fungus that grows on the walls.
What, all that fluff and dirt?
Really, Doctor, every scientist knows that fluff, as you call it, is really decayed organic matter.
Oh, yes, of course. Now, what you mean is that you make this substance X by filling the cellar with organic matter and then leaving it to decay in order to get decayed organic matter.
So you get this mysterious substance from fungus, Doctor. How very interesting. Now, tell me, what exactly is it?
You underrate my intelligence, Landberger.
What?
If you imagine I could mistake this heel-clicking baboon for Dr. Riccioni, have my horses sent to the gates. I'm returning to my castle at once.
There's no hurry, Doctor. I mean to know what this mysterious substance is before you go.
I'd rather die than tell you.
I hope we shan't have to take things quite so far as that. Hoffmannsthal, fetch Alexander. I think you'll find that we have other ways of persuading you to talk.
You're not suggesting you're going to torture me?
Only if I have to, Doctor. Only if I have to.
But that is barbarous.
Oh, of course, I'd forgotten. You don't believe in violence, do you? Do you know, I sometimes find it a great help. Take him away, Alexander.
What's the news from the castle?
I've spoken to one of the kitchen lads. Gessler's put Klein in the torture chamber.
Oh, they'll soon make him talk. There's no time to waste. Now, look here. Here's the castle. The place to breach the wall with the powder's here. The dungeon lies on the other side of that wall. Now, this wall lies here in the market square.
Market Square? What about the sentries? Do you think they're going to stand by while we blow holes in the walls?
Heather will take care of them.
I've spoken to my friends in the marketplace. It's all arranged. They're waiting for me now.
Right, off you go.
Well? What? An old man like that and you can't loosen his tongue? What's the matter with everybody? What's Alexander about? You get down there and tell him to make Klein talk or I'll give him a dose of his own medicine. And you too.
But Landberger...
Don't but Landberger me. Get down there and make him talk.
Dr. Klein is unfortunately unconscious at the moment, Landberger.
Then revive him, Hoffmannsthal, and start again.
Quick. Underneath. Apples. Ripe apples. Come, buy my ripe apples. Lettuces. Fine ripe lettuces. Lettuces with hearts as hard as Gessler's.
Kill me, but you won't get my secret.
Have no fear, my friend. I won't kill you. I take loving care of all my charges. I am the Father Confessor. In time, they tell me all the secrets.
Now, hold this bag. Now, pack your bag in. Pack it in tight. Pack it in full. Ram it in. Tight.
Onions. Fine, juicy onions.
That's right. Tight.
Onions that would surely bring a tear to the eye of the Landberger himself. And a very fine gentleman he is, too. Apples?
Come on, you. You know it's forbidden to set a stall against the castle wall.
Forbidden? But why?
Because it's forbidden. That should be good enough for you, woman.
Isn't he handsome? And so masterful. Have an apple.
Get this stall away from here, I said.
Don't worry about them. I'll tie them up.
No luck.
What's happening here? Release the doctor. Down! Look at him. Klein, get out quick! Quick! Come on, where are you? It's Williams, down! Come on, you fools! Now, out for it, quick! Open stall! Follow me!
Quickly, down here.
Come on, you fools! Get in! Come on!
This way.
Thank you. Thank you all
For a man of peace, you certainly knew how to use that club. You can stay here till the morning, then we'll get your horse to take you back to your castle.
No. No. I cannot stay here.
But you must, man. You're safe here.
I must get back to my castle. Now. At once, before Gessler has the chance to reach it. Don't you see he is bound to go there and ferret round in my workroom to discover how to make the powder?
Is the secret written down?
No, no. Gessler is an intelligent man. He is a scientist. Given the run of my workroom, it will not take him long to discover the secret for himself. I must get there first.
He's right. At all costs, Gessler must not get hold of that secret. Now, I'll come with you.
Okay. Willoughby, bring a wagon round to the back of my workroom. We're packing everything up and leaving at once. Come, Master Tell. Now, put all the chemicals into that chest. Charcoal, sulfur, and all the bags labeled X.
Don't worry, Doctor. We'll take all your stuff up to the mountains. We'll build you a new place there. A place where you can work in peace. Gessler won't be able to find you there. No one will.
Except you, of course.
Except me, of course. Naturally.
Now! Now! He'll be in there. Arrest him, but don't harm him. Dr. Klein! Dr. Klein! Gessler is here.
Bar all the doors! It's too late.
It's all going to blow up! Quick, go! This diabolical thing must be destroyed. I'll come with you. But don't join the resistance. I'll fight the Austrians. Go, Wallace, Klein, go, go! Now. Get out of here! Get out of here! I'm warning you! Get out, you'll be killed! Get out of here!
Magnificent.
He died to keep a secret. A secret that could have been disastrous for everyone.
To think what we could have done with it.
Follow on at the leader's heel with a thrust of a pike and a crash of steel. Follow on with the fight till the tyrants reel for tell. And Switzerland, give 'em one for the day they burnt the grain. Give 'em two for the night that Fritz was slain. Give 'em three, give 'em four, and the right one more for tell. And Switzerland, the shepherd's crook, the reaping hook have taken on a warlike look. With blade we beaten from the plough, we reap a harvest now. Come away with William Tell. Come away to the land he loved so well. Fit a boat to your boat, and away we go for Tell and Switzerland.